Well, it's late, and I'm still awake, and I'm still working. I guess you can say I'm working the night shift. Did you know that 21 million Americans work the night shift? Forced to stay awake when their bodies are programmed for sleep. For firemen, air traffic controllers, and other shift workers, a stint on the graveyard shift almost always makes a tough job tougher. Now, in addition to fighting crime, night shift police officers like Doug Dunwoody here are fighting something else. They're fighting Mother Nature. Namely, they're fighting their biological clock. So, what exactly is the night shift? What are the hours?
We start at 11:30, and we end at 7:30 in the morning.
It's a growing phenomenon impacting virtually every industry. 1 in 5 Americans now work non-traditional hours.
The world works 24/7. Businesses run 24/7. We manufacture 24/7. We have telecommunications and satellites and the internet and computer systems all operating around the clock.
Our internal clock that tells us when to sleep is set by light. No matter what we do, our circadian rhythms will never adjust to staying up all night. The result, shift workers are perpetually sleep deprived.
When I first started the night shift, it was difficult to go to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Do everything from putting cardboard in the windows to turn an air conditioner on or things like that so you can sleep.
And that is something that our human bodies just weren't designed to do.
Working at night takes its toll on the immune system. It may lead to a decrease in the so-called natural killer cells in our blood. These cells play an important role in the fight against infection.
Shift work is the hardest work that there is.
Studies show staying awake too long increases blood pressure. Nighttime work raises the risk of heart disease by as much as 50%.
You know, you try to take your body out of its natural rhythm, and then you end up screwing things up even worse.
Industrial accidents resulting from exhaustion cost the U.S. $77 billion a year.
The most notable major industrial accidents of our time, Exxon Valdez, Bhopal, Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, all occurred on the night shift.
A guy who's been awake for a certain amount of hours is just like somebody who's legally drunk.
In fact, a recent study found the impairment of hand-eye coordination after staying up 24 hours is equivalent to a 0.1% blood alcohol level, enough to be considered drunk in most states. Has this been your shift for 10 years straight?
This has been my shift for 10 years. Definitely, this is all I know right now.
Wow. That's a heck of a schedule.
It is.
I'm complaining about this one night shift I'm working. If you're a shift worker, here are some tips to maximize your alertness, keep you safe, and help get you to sleep after a long night's work. Work with a buddy who can help keep you alert. Take care of dangerous tasks early in your shift when you are most alert. To avoid drowsy driving, take public transportation or have someone pick you up at work. Wear dark glasses on your way home so the sunlight doesn't trigger your body to stay awake. And lastly, make sleep a priority. Seek absolute darkness and eliminate disturbances at home. Believe it or not, I've almost made it. Sunrise is just a few minutes away, yet most people are lucky enough to still be off in dreamland. Did you know we dream about 2 hours per night? Yet scientists are still trying to unravel the mysteries of why we dream and what our dreams mean. Virtually every culture has tried to decipher hidden meanings in dreams. You know, like the one where we're falling.
Commonly, for most people, falling is a metaphor for losing face, losing rank, or in some way the physical world not being safe.
Sounds good. How about the one where we're being chased?
Generally, in interpreting that sort of dream, asking oneself, what do I not want to catch up to me? Or just what in waking life gives me the feeling of dread and panic that dream of being chased does is going to tell you the most about what it means for you.
All right, I'm almost too embarrassed to ask. What about the one where we forgot to put our clothes on?
All of these dreams seem to be some representation of other shame issues for us. As a child, learning to keep our bodies clothed is something that we're taught and shamed about if we don't do it. So it becomes an example for many other sort of waking situations in which feeling inadequate or like we haven't done the proper thing or feeling ashamed of something comes into play.
Altogether, we dream for roughly 25% of our total sleep time. It happens after we transition from light sleep to deep sleep to dream sleep, characterized by rapid eye movement. Our brain is incredibly active at this stage, but our bodies become paralyzed, probably to prevent us from acting out our dreams. The latest research indicates that dreaming is essential for memory formation. Learn a task one day, and after a good night of dreaming, you'll perform it better the next day. And dreaming may even be natural psychotherapy. Go to sleep after an unpleasant day, and you'll wake up in a better mood. Why we sleep has been one of science's biggest mysteries. Perhaps part of the answer is that we sleep to get the benefits of dreaming. Over the last 24 hours, I've stayed up to learn firsthand about sleep deprivation, but I've been using the time wisely. We've learned about our biological clocks and our daily body rhythms. We've gathered tips on getting to sleep and how to deal with jet lag and night shifts. We've peered into the world of dreams, and we've seen what happens when people get stuck in that strange space between being awake and being asleep. Okay, so I've been up for 24 hours, I'm quite tired, and I'm now about to take my second driving test. Let's see how I do. As I drive, they're going to measure my speed, my steering, and my reaction time once again. This test was pretty easy the first time, but now I'm having incredible difficulty concentrating on the road. Be honest, I can barely keep my eyes open. I can feel myself starting to speed, and the steering wheel seems to have a mind of its own. I'm glad this is just a test. Thank goodness. Well, I didn't crash, but I don't think I need a scientist to tell me how I did. Not very good.
It was a short test, but certainly it started to show the deteriorations we expect. And of course, you don't get into too much trouble in 10 minutes. But if you're out there driving on the highway and you're really fatigued in an hour or so, you can get into serious trouble.
I hope you've enjoyed this journey inside the world of sleep. Scientists continue to ponder the future of sleep, and some even speculate that science may eventually eliminate the need for sleep at all. But if you ask me about the future of sleep, well, all I have to say is it's time for this cat to take a nap. Can someone please shut the door?